2025 Mercedes-AMG GLC 63S Coupe E-Performance. Here's my honest review. Read our honest review of the 2025 Mercedes-AMG GLC 63S E-Performance. We drive the 671 HP hybrid SUV to see if F1 tech can replace the legendary V8. Key points. The GLC 63S E-Performance excels in hybrid tech, offering 671 horsepower and sharp handling. Interior is luxurious and tech-forward, but capacitive touch controls are frustrating. Loses iconic V8 sound, but redefines SUV performance with cutting-edge engineering and precision. The 2025 Mercedes-AMG GLC 63S E-Performance is the physical manifestation of a world that's moving towards electrification. It is a car built for a world that demands lower emissions but refuses to give up horsepower. It is significant not just because it replaces the outgoing V8-powered GLC 63, but because it completely rewrites the rulebook on how to make a fast SUV, albeit in the most technologically complicated and interesting way possible. My overall impression after living with this machine is that it is an absolute triumph of engineering over physics. It is an excellent performance SUV that excels on paper in ways that make your head spin. But, and this is a big but, it lacks the one thing that made its predecessor an icon, that V8 soundtrack. This car is smarter, faster, and sharper, but it is a bit like replacing your charismatic, wine-drinking uncle with a nuclear physicist. The conversation is smarter, but you might miss the old stories. Powertrain and driving dynamics, 9.5/10. If you enjoy reading technical manuals or bragging about thermal efficiency at dinner parties, this is your car. Under the hood sits the M139L engine. The L stands for longitudinal, meaning they took the engine from the A45 hatchback and turned it 90 degrees to fit the rear-wheel drive architecture. It is a 2.0-liter inline-4. Yes, a 2.0-liter. In a car that costs over 6 figures. But before you scoff, know that this small yet mighty engine pumps out 469 horsepower all by itself. That makes it the most powerful series production 4-cylinder engine on the planet. How did they do it? They essentially stole tech from their Formula One team. The engine uses an electric exhaust gas turbocharger. In a normal car, you stomp the gas and wait for exhaust pressure to build up to spin the turbo. That creates lag and it's annoying. In this car, a tiny electric motor is mounted directly on the turbo shaft. It spins the compressor wheel to 175,000 revolutions per minute in the blink of an eye, long before the exhaust gas arrives. But that is just the appetizer. The main course is the P3 hybrid system on the rear axle. This isn't a hybrid like a Toyota Prius. It is a performance weapon. It houses a 201 horsepower electric motor, an electronically controlled limited slip differential, and get this, its own 2-speed transmission. The electric motor engages first gear for violent launches and then shifts to second gear around 87 miles per hour to keep the acceleration pulling hard at autobahn speeds. All told, the system output is a staggering 671 horsepower and 752 pound-feet of torque. To keep all this from melting, the 6.1 kilowatt-hours battery uses a direct liquid cooling system where a non-conductive fluid flows around each of the 560 individual cells. The driving experience, 10 out of 10. So, what happens when you unleash 671 horsepower in a family SUV? Chaos. Beautiful, controlled chaos. The acceleration is linear and relentless. Because the electric motor pushes you instantly while the electric turbo spools up the gas engine, there is zero dead zone in the power band. It just goes. The The 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint is dismissed in about 3.4 seconds, but the sensation is different from the old V8. The V8 felt like a sledgehammer. This feels like a railgun. However, we have to address the elephant in the room, the sound. AMG knows that a 4-cylinder engine naturally sounds a bit like a vacuum cleaner fighting a blender. To fix this, they developed a system called Real Performance Sound. It is not fake, exactly. There are actual sensors in the exhaust system that pick up the real engine noise. Clean it up electronically to remove the ugly frequencies and then amplify it through the speakers. It sounds angry and futuristic, like a pod racer from Star Wars. But it lacks the soul-shaking vibration of the old 4.0-liter V8. It is loud, but it is not emotional. Where the car redeems itself is in the handling. I cannot stress this enough. The development of the driving dynamics is excellent. This thing weighs over 5,100 pounds, but it drives like it is on rails. The secret sauce is the AMG Active Ride Control. Instead of traditional metal anti-roll bars that just sit there, this car has electromechanical actuators that actively twist against the body roll in corners. Combine that with standard rear axle steering, and you have an SUV that hunts apexes like a sports car. You turn the wheel, and the nose darts in immediately. It feels razor sharp. I took it through a sequence of tight S-bends, and where a normal SUV would be wallowing and protesting, the GLC 63 just hunkered down and gripped. It feels like it could do anything. It is at home on the track doing lap after lap, which is a ridiculous thing to say about a car with a liftgate and cup holders, but it is true. Exterior design and features, 8.5/10. My test car featured the Coupe roofline, which I admit looks fantastic. It gives the car a hunkered down, aggressive silhouette that screams, "I am not here to pick up groceries," even though that is exactly what it will be doing 99% of the time. The front end is dominated by the Panamericana grille with its vertical chrome slats, a nod to the 300 SL race cars of the 1950s. It is bold, muscular, and does a great job of sucking in the massive amounts of air needed to cool the Magma hot engine. The wheel design on my tester was fantastic, massive 21-inch forged alloys that barely contained the bronze carbon ceramic brake calipers. The stance is wide, the fenders are flared, and the whole thing looks tense, like a sprinter in the starting blocks. It is eye-catching in the best way possible. Interior design, tech and ergonomics, 9.0/10. Inside, Mercedes continues its dominance in wow factor. The interior is top-notch. You are surrounded by a mix of carbon fiber, Nappa leather, and ambient lighting that can be set to 64 different colors. At night, it looks like you could be at a high-end nightclub in Berlin. The seats are firm but supportive, designed to hold you in place when you are testing those lateral G-forces. Euroware performance is defined by software code and electric bolts. It might not sing the same song as the old days, but man, does it dance.